Good morning, Dave here with Organic Gardening in North Carolina. It is August the 30th, so it's time for my August garden tour. I'm using this earbud to see if it improves my audio, so let me know in the comments below if you like the audio. If you are interested in growing nutrient-dense food in an urban environment, you are in the right spot. Click the bell and subscribe to make sure that you are updated anytime I put out new content. Stick around to the end and I will put a Google video up here that Google says you're gonna like, a YouTube video. And over here will be my most recent video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'll put the B down here that you can click on that to get subscribed. So let me turn the camera around and we'll get to it. All right, I'm at the top side of the garden. Sun is shining, it's a wonderful day. My peppers are about 4 feet tall. Down here is a California Wonder, has some peppers in there. Next to it is another California Wonder, has some good peppers in here. They're liking the cooler weather now. Next to that is Anaheim chili. There are some nice Anaheim chilies in there. Next to that is cayenne hot pepper, which I need to harvest these, dry them out and grind them up. I'll have some nice cayenne hot sauce peppers. Another California Wonder here. I like to get a pepper for breakfast every day if I can. These plants are doing crazy amazing. This is a YOLO Wonder. Like I said, the cooler weather has really made these things start coming alive again. My tomatoes are still in here. The plants have died mostly, but I am getting some new growth, so I'll probably go ahead and let these grow or let them see what they can do for a while. I do have one over here that has a cherry tomato that has some nice sweet cherry tomatoes on them. Have some green beans back here that are still producing. This is one of my oldest fig trees here. Does not have a whole lot of figs on it. So I'm probably going to cut it way back, see if it'll produce some for next year. This is a second year fig. There was a fig pop last year, and this year it does have some figs on it. I should probably pinch the tops back again to see what kind of growth I can get before it gets cold. There should be a tag down here somewhere to see what kind of fig tree it is. I will have to dig around there and find that tag. I think I'll do a video on my fig trees by themselves, but I'm pretty sure this is some kind of a yellow fig. Okay, over here is another fig tree that was a pop last year. It's got some figs on it. And I do see the tag for this one. This is a yellow long neck that I got from Harvey. I got a few watermelons from my watermelon vine. The vines are dead now. Mostly got little watermelons this year, but they were really sweet. I was surprised how sweet they were. This is a volunteer peach tree, which is like 12 feet tall. I need to cut that way back and see if it'll produce anything next year. Here's another fig that I'll have to dig and find a tag for that one too. There is a tag there. This is in a hugelkultur bed, and it may not really like that environment because it might be too moist for it. So back here is some ginger, which is liking the more moist weather as well. Not sure what that is coming up, if that's more ginger sprouting up. Actually, it smells like a clump of garlic. This is my kiwi vine, which really hasn't done a whole lot. You can see the vines coming here, and then there's no leaves on it up here. And then there's some more leaves at the top up here. So I might have it a little bit shaded by the cucumbers that used to be here. Of course, the cucumbers have all gone bye-bye, but I did plant some more cucumbers for some late season. If we have a late fall, hopefully we'll get some cucumbers. In here, I planted some trombocino vines, squash, zucchini, but I had a straw mulch down, and it seems like that was too wet for those trombocino vines because they rotted off. So I have replanted them, and those should be up anytime now, and hopefully I'll still have time to get some harvest. This is turmeric. That's a nice looking plant, isn't it? Okay, up here are the figs that are doing the best of my fig pops. Look at that. This is the same year as those other fig pops that I was showing you. This is J.H. Adriatic, and they are like 6 or 7 feet tall, and it's covered with figs. I only harvested 1 or 2 of these last year, and that was really late in the season. I did pinch this tree, so hopefully I will get some harvest from it this year. Here's some jalapenos, red ones. These are turning black before they turn red. Need to harvest them. Let's see, not sure where my cup is for this one. Oh, I think I did bury it in the mulch here. Where's the cup? I should know what kind of pepper this is, but I'm not sure. I think I got the cup down there somewhere. It looks like a Yellow Wonder, or probably a Yellow Wonder. Here's some tomatoes I had up on a trellis that still have a few on. Oh, here's cucumbers that I did plant on this trellis. These guys will need to be thinned out possibly if they get bigger. And I got a wire over it so the birds aren't moving the mulch on top of my seedlings too. And here's another spot I planted a different one. Hopefully that's ready to start taking off, so we have time to get some cucumbers. Here's a basil that I trimmed the blooms, the blossoms off. I should take that and dry that out too. A lot of things that I need to get around to it for. There's some Swiss chard that's hanging on. It might recover, and I'll be able to get some crops as it gets cooler weather. Here's some okra. Looks like I've eaten all of them off. I did plant a couple plants of sweet corn, but it was been so dry, and I'm not very good at getting things watered, so I don't know if I'm going to get any usable corn off of that or not. Let me show you a little closer. There are some ears growing. Maybe they'll mature, but I'm not really sure. This is a loofah sponge vine. You can eat these loofah sponges when they are small. You can put them in a stir fry, whatever you want to do. Let me see if I can get one off of here for you to see. Here's a small one just getting started. These get pretty huge, and you want to eat them when they're pretty small. I've been munching them just raw too. They don't really taste that great. There's one that's getting a little bigger. I would cut those up and put them in a stir fry though if I'm going to do a stir fry. My strawberries. They look like they could use some water. That loofah sponge vine is huge. That's the vine going up here. And that loofah sponge is going all over where I had a tomato trellised over there. And it's going all over this tomato trellis as well. This is, I believe this is a early girl tomato, which seems like it produces better than anything here for me. There are still some red tomatoes under there, even though a lot of the vine has died, or died back, I should say. The leaves have died off of it. This is a bed I'm getting ready to plant some fall vegetables in. I just pulled the grass out, and there's more grass coming up, so I have to pull the rest of that grass up. I'm gonna put some hills up to where I'm gonna plant, put some compost and maybe even some organic fertilizer in, and I'll put some rows down this way because that side is east and that side is west basically. So I'll put the shorter crops in here as I go, and then I'll put the taller crops over this way so that they'll get as much sun as possible. Alright, let's go around the corner here. There's an impatient my grandson got from his school last year. We put it in the ground there. It's enjoying the cooler weather as well. There's some tomatoes still coming. These were more shaded. There's my bloody dock. That usually comes out more in the fall. I have a couple avocados that I put the seeds, the pits down in the ground, and they sprouted up. There's another one. I doubt if they'll make it through the winter, but it should be interesting to see if they will. Here's a fig tree. This is another huge fig that hardly has any figs on it. Get some shade so we can see it better. I did get one fig off of this already that I ate, but really it only seems like I had one branch on this whole bush that produced figs. And I think we're running out of time for them to be able to produce, and I did pinch this fig tree back too. So I'm not sure why it's not putting out more figs. This is some kind of plant that was supposed to be like a substitute for cilantro. And I don't remember what it is, but it doesn't really taste like cilantro to me. I hope it's not some kind of weed that I'm eating. Pretty sure it's a plant. Here's a couple carrots. Some oregano. Some more carrots up here. I want to get this row planted. This area here has potatoes under here, which are the German butterball. So I need to get those out so I can put some fall crops in here as well. Here's some rattlesnake beans that we didn't do a very good job of picking this summer. So I'm going to have a lot of rattlesnake bean seeds if I get these seed pods picked before they get too molded or too bad. Still got some blackberries coming. Jerusalem artichokes are the tall plants here. They should be starting to bloom soon. I think I see blooms starting up there at the tops, at the tips. Here's a wall of Malabar spinach mixed with Morning Glories. I like to eat the tender stems on there. Let me see where these potatoes are in here. These should have been dug up a long time ago. There's a tiny one. Where did that one come from? Plants might be over this way more. Oh yeah, there's another one. Some tiny, tiny little potatoes. Those are great to put in soups though, those little tiny ones. Is that all I'm gonna get? These little tiny ones? There's some more. Oh, here's one. A little bigger. I'm gonna put those back under because I don't want the sun to hit them. I'm gonna harvest these later. That soil is about just ready to pop some seeds in there for my fall winter garden. Looks like these potatoes didn't do much. Here's a spot. Got some. That one's starting to rot. I need to cut that off and use the usable spot. They certainly didn't grow very much. I got these planted pretty late in the year, which is probably why they didn't do too much. I just heard about the German butterball. It's supposed to be a really, really delicious potato. So I'll come and get those later. Get this bed ready to plant for the winter. There's a few little ones. I guess we'll have some potato soup. Didn't mean to do a potato digging video here. Sometimes you come out and you just get distracted. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put the videos for you up here, so you can choose which one you're going to watch up there. And I will see you again real soon. Right, have a blessed day.